Good evening, viewers. Today is our Aspirant Monday show. We have in our studio Honorable Mutua Ndeto, an aspirant for Kinangopu Constituency for the parliamentary seat. Then together with us we have Benard Ingosi, our resident panelist. So we are going to have a session on leadership, especially the youthful leadership, and Ndeto will taking us through what he intends to do for the constituency of Kinangopu. We want to see his agenda and then what he's bringing on the table. So we will ask him a number of questions that we these debates. We hope to be doing this more oftenly, bringing different types of candidates, those who are running for MCA, running for MP, running for governor, senatorial seat, and then even a presidential seat. We don't discriminate. We hope we have what it takes to have a meaningful conversation. So, Ndeto, you are highly welcome, honorable member
Thank you so much.
Honorable member of Kinangopu in waiting. So, to our viewers, we will not be sharing the link. To our viewers, we will not be sharing the link, but kindly we expect you to make comments in our comment section. You can ask questions if you come from that area or you just want to know what he's bringing on the table as an aspirant. And we will be able to sample your questions and ask our potential MP to answer. We will also like your compliments. If he appears to be focused, we also like your compliments on the same. And he will tell us what he's doing currently in the constituency and why he has chosen to be in the race. So you are highly welcome. Ndeto.
Thank you so much, Wekesa.
Who is this man, Ndeto?
We greet you all.
I think it's hanging. Let's have Benard first, and then we allow him to go. Benard. Okay, maybe my network problem.
Yes, Wekesa. Hello, Benard. Benard, we cannot hear you. Wekesa.
Okay, Ndeto,
Yes.
introduce yourself and what you are doing.
Okay.
As Benard comes back.
Okay. So thank you so much, our viewers. It's a very nice time to really take this opportunity to share with you what I intend to do in Kinangopu constituency. My name is Mutua Ndeto. I come from Karangada, sublocation Nyakeo Ward, Kinangopu constituency in Nyandarua County. And today being Utamaduni Day, I hope majority of us have really enjoyed. It was somehow a holiday. So, and I hope we are all doing what is required for the betterment of this country of ours. We love Kenya because we are Kenyans. So as I look forward to share with you, and I really welcome you all. Sorry, I don't know if it is network on my side. So, sorry. So I was saying that it will be a very great pleasure to share with the people of Kinangopu at large what really 2022 have for you. And you are all welcome. I love you people. Also, all the other Kenyans, I am also inviting you so that we help develop young leaders, because it has come to a time when even young people, Kenya being a youthful country, where 70% of the majority are young people. And if we lack young people representing us in the parliament, I think there is a big problem, because our problems will never be addressed. So we need very many young people who are aspiring for leadership positions to come on board. We seek support from those who are able, as well as mentorship, so that we bring this country to another level. Thank you so much, Mr. Wekesa.
Okay, I will allow Benard to take you through a number of questions, and then we will proceed from there.
Sorry,
I don't know what's happening today with Benard. We can't hear him. Ndeto, can you hear Benard?
No. I am not hearing.
Okay, let me ask you a question as he connects his mic. So, why are you going for an MP seat and not an MCA, not an senator, governor? Why MP, not president?
Wow, that's a very good question. First, I will give a little bit of my background. To be an MP in Kenya, there is a law that was passed on the minimum qualifications. One, I have met all these minimum qualifications. Number two, I have been brought up in a place where we need our people to be counted for, especially when the national sharing is brought on board. And you know, an MP is one person who influences the decision making of a nation, because they are the policy makers. So one of the reasons why I would like to vie for an MP is to develop policies to reinforce what is already there, and also to see how we can engage when it comes to maybe development of budget of this nation, distribution of resources, we see how our people can really be, this can be distributed to them at a par. As well, there is one thing I've been passionate about. This is education. And every nation where education is not prioritized, I think we cannot experience the development that our people would require. Because once Nelson Mandela said, education is the key to many problems we have of economy, many problems we have of social issues, and even psychological issues as well. You cannot take any leadership role that is something so delicate like developing policies if one is not educated. So, and you know, the role of an MP, it has the big pie in the chart where he contributes to education among young men and women, especially in primary and secondary schools. So I believe having that as my major, that's one of the reasons why I feel I would like to take part as an MP and not as an MCA, because I believe also the budgets. You see, like MPs, they are given a budget which can bring various changes, tangible ones, in a constituency. And also, when you look at an MCA, for instance, despite that they would also like a person who has diverse ideas so that we can collaboratively come together, develop a strategy where our people can benefit from words as well as from the constituency. So that could be a big reason why I would like to vie as an MP other than another one.
Okay, so are you aligned on any political wing, or you are going, you are focused on your agenda first?
At the moment, I know there is being from Mount Kenya region, where every day we are experiencing a lot of like shifting of various members of parliament, as well as the senators, even governors from one party to another. That is the key parties, for instance, at the moment, the UDA, there is Jubilee, there is ODM, but I can tell you for free that at this moment, I am concentrating on really selling my agenda to the people, selling my manifesto to the people, because at the end of it, it is the people who will guide me on which party I should join so that we form the next government.
Okay. Benard, are you okay?
I think
Is
I
your
am.
mic? Okay, now I think you're audible. You can proceed.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Ndeto. And my question to you is, why you for Kinangopu? Why do you think you are the best man for the job in Kinangopu?
Okay, thank you so much, Benard. And sorry for the technical hitches that has just happened. One, my ambition has been to promote social justice to all and to sustain a healthy economic network. That is where you promote production or industrialization, strengthen markets, support investments, create jobs for young people, promote heritage, and even nurture talents, and also maintain quality services. So that being my ambition, the reason why I feel I should come in at this very time is because also of my inspiration story. You know, I have been brought up in a very humble family. My parents are peasant farmers. they really tried so much to take us to school and also to ensure that our needs are well catered for. For instance, my father used to have us a hotel somewhere. It's the small scale, it's like a food slab, like such. And used to cook mandazi for the people. As well, my mother was never left behind. They used to assist one another to ensure that every day the business could be successful. One time, I remember my father telling me that he has some chest problems just because of the persistent inhalation of the oil film, hot oil. So, and because he was persistently there, in a way, it altered with his chest. And I can tell you that did not stop these people from working hard every day so that to ensure that the family, the children that they have, get the best education, get the best food on the table, as well as even if they were so humble, they tried to bring us to the standard among the other young people in the community. So one thing I learned from my parents is a value called integrity. Actually, even if you get around the village, you will not hear anyone talking about how my mom did to them or how my dad did to them. I've also learned that to the letter. And I believe if this is maximized, not only at that household level, but also to even the offices where we work, even in the constituency, that's where we shall be able to get equitable distribution of resources. That's where we shall be able to provide justice to every person, because it will be a fair share. So I believe I'm one person who possesses integrity. And if I take my quality to the office of the MP, I believe that is what we need at the moment, so that public coffers are not misappropriated, so that every people who is in the village get their fair share and the development they need. In our place, Kinangopu, we are mostly known of milk and also farming of potatoes and vegetables. There is a very high brokerage just because what was agreed upon by former MPs, like the cold chains, where when a harvest is produced at a high scale, to evade from poor prices, they can be given a minimum guarantee of their products, and it is stored in the cold chain for some months so that it can be sold at a better price. I think I've not seen such cold chains being there. I have not seen much happening, especially to the feeder roads. And I believe we just need a person who is very new in this office, who knows and understands how to work with the people. A person who have worked with other organizations which are competitive, so that we bring these skills to this public office where all our people will be given justice.
Okay, thank you so much for the elaborate answer, Honorable Ndeto. My next question is, what do you think is the most pressing and a great need for the people of Kinangopu at this point in time? What are some of the things that are bedeviling them, and how do you plan to fix them?
Okay, thank you so much. Nyandarua County at large, because it is the county where we find Kinangopu constituency, 70% of its population are young people. That is of age group below that 5 years. And for me, I would love to experience a society where all young people are empowered so that they can actively take part in the economy. I have noted that the education part in the region, despite that there are efforts put by the incumbent legislature, I believe there is much that needs to be done. For instance, when we go to the formal education, this is where we find the primary schools, and secondary schools, public, where the MP or the Member of Parliament take direct initiative to enhance the performance of the schools. For instance, majority of our school in last year's examination, the performance was very poor. And you will find in these day schools, maybe those who are lucky, the schools that were lucky to get maybe students with good grades to get to university are very few. And you'll find it is boarding schools. That is maybe Jambini, there is Karema, and maybe Mount Kinangopu, Henny Secondary School, Henny High School, Magumu. Those are some of the schools where you will find maybe they had more than 20 or 30 students getting direct to the university. When you come to public day schools, for instance, like where I come from, in Ragia Secondary, there is a school we call Ragia Secondary. I think the number of those who achieved C+ and above are only 18. And the class was about 150 students. You can compute and you realize that only something to do with 15% were able to get to school. Where is this 85% going? One thing I have discovered with our constituency is this. You know, we should not focus so much on those who are getting to university because there is help loan. There are also other bursaries which can cater for them. I do not mean that they should be neglected. What I mean is this. You know, for them, with help and also maybe a bit of struggle by the parents and also the bursaries from the government, they can make their lives easier. This 85% is the burden because, you know, the office of the MP is expected to come up with a technical training and vocational institutions. This is where young people are taken through hands-on skills. And in the whole constituency so far, we have one. And, you know, it's not a surprise that it was just constructed the other day, the Kinangopu Technical Training Institute, which is at Gedafai. As well, in the whole county, we also have like Nyandarua Technical Institute, as well as Kipipiri Technical Training and Vocational College at Mawingu. But I mean, the capacity of this institution, for instance, the Kinangopu, you may find maybe the maximum number of trainee it can hold at an instance is not more than 150, for instance, or maybe even we give it up to 200. You know, we have like 100, like 50, more than 50. Yes.
Thank you for the submission. I want you to tell us what do you attribute to be the problem that is making only 15% make it in the academics and 85% are left. What is being done that you think is wrong that is making this poor performance in the high schools in your region?
Wow, thank you so much. One thing I will say, learning environment. I have discovered in our schools, when you go to the facilities that are provided, like classrooms, we have laboratories, we also have libraries, they are poorly done. And you will find majority of young boys and girls in secondary schools in Kinangopu, they are in schools where they do not have laboratories. Even the practicals you see, that's why you find they fail so much in sciences, because some of them can only do it maybe at the mercy of the teacher being so generous, even to take that self-initiative and even to create some time in the weekend so that he can borrow some equipment from here, there, like that, or even the reagents, so that they are able to keep to date. So one thing that is making our schools to perform very poorly is lack of facilities. And I can assure you, the leader who is responsible, I know it is a corrective initiative, but we need a leader who can mobilize or collaborate with other leaders so that he can be able to maximize the retro that is provided by the national government, also the retro that comes from the county government, and even from even donors or maybe other peoples of goodwill, so that if it is that laboratory or that library or donation of books, for instance, because I've also discovered that our schools are short of revision materials, leave alone even the textbooks. So you find it is really blocking the performance of our youngsters, and bearing in mind that they are the hope of very many families in that place. So if their education agenda is not taken care of, I believe we are killing a lot of dreams.
Thank you. That is good.
I think there is something I can add on that.
Just hold on. You're coming in. To our viewers, we appreciate you sharing the link and inviting more people to watch. And also, if you have a question to the honorable member, please put it in the comments. We'll post it to him and he will respond to you. Thank you very much for following the show. Please, let's keep it here at Mtembei TV. We are having this special show where we are showcasing our aspirants for 2022 in various parts of this country so that they can lay out their vision. Then we will make an informed decision on whether we vote for them or not. Yes, Honorable Ndeto. You were saying...
So I was adding a certain point that, Kinangopu is the largest constituency in Nyandarua. It hosts 1/3 of the population of the whole Nyandarua County. And, when we are talking about this big population, that's the same way they have a very wide range of needs. And I have discovered when it comes to bursaries, this is an area that is very poorly done. I was interacting with one of the window and another family where there is a certain orphan. And they told me a story that left me almost in tears, that, even if you fill an application, you are not guaranteed that you can get these bursaries. And what is done sometimes in the office of the MP is they do some, like gambling. If it is 10 of you, and maybe they want to choose like 4 of you, you go and pick a certain number randomly. Then it is out of these numbers they will choose who to benefit from the bursary. For me, I think that is not the right way of doing it, because we need to empower our people. For instance, when you look at the women representative, she holds a very sensitive docket of empowering women as well as even youths through the Women Fund, through the youth fund. The MP also holds a very sensitive role when it comes to empowering youth. This is through the technical institutions we are talking about. And the way I blend the two leadership, the county and national leadership, is this way. You know, if our parents are well trained, they can access these small loans and able to boost their businesses. In a way, their income generating activities will bring some income at the end of the day. And the bursary that the MP is giving should act as a subsidy so that whatever they are getting from the business, it can be combined with what they are getting from the bursary so that that child can be able to get smoothly in the school. So I believe what we are lacking is that collaboration among leaders so that we see who is to provide what at what time so that to ensure our women are empowered, our youth are empowered, and that way we shall have raised the economy of the place.
So what measures do you intend to roll out to take care of these bursary issues and the inadequacies that are bedeviling the constituency?
Okay, that's a very nice question. One, I will be very ready to work with the woman representative, the next woman representative. In this way, you know, there are very many women groups which are in Kinangopu constituencies. These are women, majority of them, they have started their small businesses. These are the people we should focus on because when you empower them through various vocational skills, may it be cake baking, may it be groceries, may it be beadwork, may it be soap making, may it be tailoring, such activities. In a way, when they get those skills, then they are able to get the small loans from the government through the women fund or youth fund. This will boost their businesses. As well, we shall cater for the marketing of their products. And that's where I will also network with leaders from other constituencies, from other regions, so that what they have, we can easily access it to the market. What they do not have, we can easily access it to the market. And what we do not have, we can as well get from those leaders we are collaborating with. That way, you shall raise household income, and these people will be less dependable. And in a way, when these people are empowered, even if the amount allocated for bursaries is not too much, in a way, if you get like 3,000 or 5,000 and your business is doing well, you can imagine majority of the schools around that place, they are not that expensive. I think per year it is almost 15,000. So that, not per year, but yeah, I think per year, it is something to do with 15,000 in a public day school. So that way you shall be able to help these parents. And also it is good to empower the bulky young people. Let us initiate the institutions like TVET so that, and also workshops. These are through apprenticeship programs, for instance, non-formal apprenticeship programs like Juakali.
Mheshimiwa,
yes.
You're telling us your intentions, which are acceptable.
Yes.
What I believe the people of Kinangopu want to hear from you is practical steps that you have prepared. If they vote for you, you're assuming that office, and the following day you are rolling out a program. For example, you said the capacity of the current TVET is not enough to contain the people that are leaving high school. What do we do about it? Are we still going to set up another committee to look into the matter and then another inquiry? Or there is some networking program you have laid down that when you assume office, you're going to get this to be fixed?
Okay, thank you so much. One thing is also, you see, the transparency in at the office level of the MP, for instance. We need competency, and we also need people of integrity. With this, what I mean is, if we get a leader who can account well public resources, I believe it will meet the intended goal that was meant by the budget. As well, I am talking about networking. Myself, I have a background of resource mobilization. You know, through my life and immediately after campus, I have joined the world of NGOs. And I have been playing various roles there, like resource mobilizer or fundraising officer, project manager, like such. And I believe these are the very skills that I will import in the office of the MP at my constituency, that is in Kinangopu, so that in case maybe we do not have the coolers for the potatoes and such, I have seen World Bank funding such projects. I have seen some governors. I know that industrialization is somehow devolved, but I believe even at the level of MP, there is a way you can influence developed nation through proposal writings and also through collaborations with government sectors or through collaboration with the government agencies, so that to lobby for that funds as well. You know, if you are well connected to the government that is being now prepared to take over after Uhuru Kenyatta, I believe the leader, the next president, will also prioritize such projects, because when you come together to develop various strategies through now the national manifestos, in a way, I will also ensure that our need, if it is milk, if it is the roads, poor roads, if it is our potatoes, it is well addressed.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate all of you that are following the show. We encourage you, if you have a question to our guest, please put it in the comments there and we will be able to post it for you to our guest. Unfortunately, there are those who are asking for the link. This is a special show. It is not open for everybody to join like the usual show we do, but we allow you to interact with the guest through the comments that you post. So wherever you are around the world, stick it here and let us continue with the show. Just a few comments from the viewers. There is Job Makori say, I wish Mutua Ndeto success in his quest for the Kinangopu MP. I wish I could be in Kenya to vote him, but I will vote Raila from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you guys for the good job. Adam JT says, Mr. Ndeto, I'm happy for you standing up to be counted as a youthful, aspiring leader in our country. I have a number of questions, even if I might not be a voter in your constituency. But you know, being an MP, you legislate laws that affect all the people in the country. One, we have had MPs being so loyal to parties than the electorate. Example, passing tax bill on fuel. How different will your leaderships be from the current MPs? Two, what is your take on the judiciary ombudsman? I think that is it. Honorable member, you should respond to those questions. What makes you different from the current MPs? Your loyalty to your party and your loyalty to your electorate. Where does it stand? Can we count on you, or you will betray us?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. One, I'm a very independent-minded person. And, in the political space, you have to use a certain channel so that to get into the parliament. So therefore, party is good. As well, when I get into the parliament, I do not intend to only consider people of Kinangopu. This is the reason. I have said I've been working with various organizations. I can assure you they are not in Kinangopu. Meaning, every day I work with people from different tribes. I work with people from different regions. I work even with people from different countries. So when it comes to professionalism, when maybe delegating my duties, I will not be that choose person that, this is the only person I can help. So I'm a liberal person. The other question is about judicial ombudsman. To me, it is not good for the executive to smartly permeate, maybe to disrupt the independence of the judiciary. And I believe, because I know even in the current government, that position is there, but it does not have a lot of power, which can really shake the judiciary. So, judicial ombudsman, whoever thought about it, maybe it was a nice idea, but to me, we need various government agencies or bodies being independent. And this is the only way we shall be able to achieve justice for all. Because I know politicians, they are so influential. And to some extent, you will find
Ndeto, you seem to have a technical hitch. To our viewers, we appreciate you so much. Please keep inviting guys. Let us gang up and make a difference today, even as we interrogate the aspirants that would want to assume office as public servants come 2022. So if you have a question to our guest, put it in the comments. Honorable member, you are back, I believe.
Yes, I'm back.
Yes, as you respond on the issue of ombudsman, there is Juma Ouma asking a question. He say, are you looking for contribution, or you already have a financial muscle? You can combine all that and respond.
Okay, thank you. So if I finish, before I hanged on, I was talking about something, the independence of various bodies of the government. That is what we need in the judiciary. That's where we need a legislature that is not, a parliament that is not interfered by the executive, a parliament that is independent in its policy making. That way we shall manage the issue of justice in Kenya. As well, the question that has come from Juma, at the moment, I would say I'm still lobbying for resources, because as a young person, what I have is a vision, what I have is potential, what I have is goodwill. But to some extent, when it comes to finances, I am not well settled.
Sorry,
okay. Can I ask one or two questions?
Technical hitches, Wekesa.
Okay, sorry for that.
As soon as he's back, he will continue answering the question. And to our viewers around the world, thank you so much for sticking by. Please keep sharing that link and subscribe to the channel. And if you are an aspirant for any seat, MCA, MP, governor, women rep, senator, and you would like to feature on this show, just inbox your details and we'll get back to you after the show. We are here to secure Kenya by ensuring that the people asking for the public office have sold the agenda clearly to all Kenyans, and Kenyans are not acting out of euphoria, but are making informed decision. So keep it at Mtembei TV and let us have a great time together. Honorable Ndeto, I'm glad you're back.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, please just pick that your question again, because the technical hitches are bringing some problems.
Okay, thank you so much. I was saying, as a young person, what I have is goodwill. What I have is an ambition. What I have is the potential that our people need so that service delivery at the constituency level can be attained very well. I am a person of integrity. I am an honest person. To those whom I have worked with, I know it's only that they might not be here to tell you, but I believe I'm a Christian and I'm a person who really goes for public good. So when it comes to finances, I'm not well built. So that's why I'm saying I've not really taken side on the party. And at the moment, I am trying to find partners, people who can work, we can work together, we can collaborate for ideas. People who are gifted, maybe people who have their resources and they feel they can support a young leader like myself. That is what I am looking for at the moment.
All right, Wekesa, you can come in with the, I think the question from Angela, Angie. There is a question from.
Yeah, there's a question for Angela and Sesap Kenya. So I think it is related to what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask Mheshimiwa. You know, it's in our culture, Africans, we are social beings, and most of the time when we have people arise to echelons of power, we even think that these are messiahs that have come to rescue us. So for the day that you declare yourself a candidate, then you have to open your doors and your gate for people to trickle in your house. You have to budget for them a breakfast, lunch, and supper. So you have naturally had an extended family. So are you having that pressure of extended family just because you have declared your aspirations, and how are you managing? Because you have said that as a young man, you only have a dream, ambition, and what you want to do, but maybe you don't have a financial muscle. But there are realities that hit us as in our cultural way of treating leaders. So in line with that, I want to also you to answer Angie anasema mimi niko na mwanafunzi anataka kujoin college, anaweza pewa support. Yeah, those are some of the things I'm saying. And then there's also a question I wanted to ask, but Cesap has asked, ask what areas he thinks have not been achieved by the current MP, and what is he going to do to bridge the gap? So in other words, have you identified the failures or the gaps that are there with the current leadership such that they can propel you to the pinnacles of power and leadership? My last question will be, what is your political capital? You know, in various places, if you are running for a national seat, some people can capitalize on a tribe, that I have a tribe behind me. But mostly on MP, it is maybe sometimes it's a clan, or what is, where do you stand? As this is my political capital I'm starting with, or you're starting from zero?
Okay. Thank you so much, Wekesa, for your questions. One, let me address the question on extended families. Actually, at the moment, the big pressure that I would say as a young leader I am experiencing is to accommodate all manner of people, because at the moment you will find, if it is through contacts, if it is through even visitation on the ground, I'm really meeting with people of different needs. And I can assure you, majority of them are not people who are ready to support you with resources. So for sure, what I am getting, maybe from friends and even maybe as my salary, I find it so limited. And that's why I would say this culture of expecting something from someone because he is aspiring, I believe if you support a person for what he is or what she is, I think that is what will sell or what will help you to achieve even the bigger goal. Reason being, just look on the future of your child. This person who is asking for your vote is a young person, is a person who have gone to school, is a person who have traveled from one place to another. He has all the diversity of knowledge. He has all the diversity of various cultures. He knows what needs to be done for your child to succeed. So if we maximize on the soft part of the aspirants than the hard part where you are waiting for something, I think that way we shall encourage young leaders. That way we shall be able to help them even maintain their ambitions. Number two, there is that person who have asked a certain support. I would say, for now, the level that
we apologize to our viewers. Our our guest seem to have technical hitches, but let's bear with him. Honorable member, as you respond to Angie's question, there is a question from Tin Small Kadogo. Tiny Small Kadogo. This is powerful name. He says now that he's saying is not financially ready. How sure are we that he will not be compromised, as happens with many young MPs? If somebody comes to buy you over, will you still stick with the people and leave the person, or you follow the person and forget us?
Okay, thank you so much. So I was saying that on the person who was asking about the support, currently our initiative is able to give as a young and upcoming kind of an initiative with a network of other young people. We are able currently to help students with revision materials. We are able to help maybe, mostly what we are able right now is distribution of learning materials. But when it comes to school fees, it's something that we can fundraise. I can identify maybe where that person is so that we see what we can do, because masomo ni kitu muhimu sana. So the other point is maybe areas that I feel the incumbent MP has failed. One, I will start with electricity connectivity. For instance, when he came in 2017, in 2018 they carried an assessment. It was like a feasibility study, so that these people can be guided on what has not been done. And their finding was, by then, the connectivity rate was 30%. But a report that was documented in 2021 shows that so far we are at 46% connectivity with electricity. And I have tried to identify what could be the gap. I have discovered when this incumbent MP was coming in, there were 476 transformers in the whole constituency. And one time I listened to him saying that he has been able to rob some transformers from his friends, neighboring friends from Kiambu. And as well, every financial year, every constituency is allocated 10 transformers. Simple math, meaning in 5 years, those are 50 transformers, plus the 476, and what was donated by friends is something more than 530 transformers. One transformer has a capacity to serve 50 households, and all 10 industries, or what we call companies, where we need some heavy kind of power. If we assume that the 30 plus transformers are used to cater for the industrial part of Kinangopu constituency, then the 500 transformers can cater for households. In Kinangopu constituency, we have 30,000 households. Meaning if you do your math, Benard, it is 500 transformers times 50, the number of consumers domestic it can host. That is 25,000 households. That's where we are supposed to be. And when you compute, it is something to do with 80%. So I see underutilization of public resources, because some of the reasons why this person says that he has not managed is this. At there, you know, there were issues with Kenya Power. At one point, they never procured equipment or materials. My question is, if there is money ready, do you want to tell me that Kenya Power cannot do that? Then he went further even and said that, you know, the Kenya Power has big loans that is affecting their capacity to connect. I believe those are stories. And what we need is a leader who can connect with other leaders from private and even public offices. We knock those doors. Let me meet with whoever who is delegating Kenya Power. I create a good relationship with those managers. I know they will prioritize my place. As well, you know, this also affects the issue of water. You will realize that when a borehole is sunk, in a way, we also need power to pump that water. So if there is no enough electricity or even solar energy, people will live for a very long time without water. So electricity and water, they are two utilities you cannot differentiate. As well, I have discovered one of the manifesto of the incumbent MP was about, you know, he will promote industrialization or manufacturing companies. Like he specified one for potato, and he used even to carry some chips in a paper bag, going around for women groups and even many villages, telling people how he will help them convert their raw potato into chips, which can be stored for a long time, which can be distributed as a value-added commodity. But what he is telling us today is that the government is still allocating. So he is about to come out. Where are those manufacturing staffs? Finally, he will tell us industrialization is devolved. But why did he use that manifesto to confuse our people? And now he credits that to the county government. I think what we need is a connected person, a person who can liaise even with the investors. We invite them at the place. They may not necessarily be local investors. They may be even investors from abroad. And as well, I have also seen interference of public facilities by private and public partners. For instance, there is a certain company called Benard Limited. I know this is a company that had employed over 12,000 people in 2012. But due to interference, interest, conflict of interest, some people have shareholding there, they are public officers, and they come in a way they dismantle the management of the thing. As well, maintenance cost also becomes so high, and a certain person somewhere, just because he is a director, he opted to give it to the private because they could not be able to compensate the amount that was used for maintenance. That company is in Jabidi, and it is registered as a public entity, but today it is 100% controlled by private companies. I do not mean private investors are bad, but look, 12,000 jobs were lost. People are not getting their income. We need a leader who will intervene to see what is these people that need for compensation, so that at the end of it, this company can be returned to the public, because it has a capacity of 6,000 tons. It can store 6,000 tons of potatoes, as well as even 22,000, it has 22,000 square feet where other vegetables can be stored. These are the cooling systems we are talking about. This is where the Kinangopu residents will take their potatoes out of the brokerage of low cost. They shall be able to take it into these cooling systems. They are given some money by the government, minimum guarantee returns. Then they can store their products. Then when the right time comes, when the demand is not, when the supply is somehow low and demand is high, their commodities can be sold. And at that way, they will get it at a good price. And that's how we will empower various families. As well, there are roads.
Okay, hold on. Thank you very much for that elaborate response. We have a lot of questions coming in from the viewers. I want us to respond to them, and please be precise and to the point, as we are almost out of time. Question from Angel. It says, what makes you a politician? Is it because you want to get the cake of Kenya, or you want to change Kenya leadership? Quickly, if you can do that in
okay. I want to change the leadership in Kenya, not to be a partaker of the cake. I mean that we need people who are genuine to what they are doing, because you can imagine how many people in our communities, in rural areas, who are not learned like myself. If I get backdoors in offices, I will do things that even our parents may not understand. So I'm that person who is motivating majority of young people to come together so that we fight this menace of corruption in our country, we change the face of leadership in our country, and we move our nation to the next level. That is my big goal and my will.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question from Wema Zuri. Say it is good to see young people offer themselves for leadership. Kindly, what is your leadership philosophy?
My leadership philosophy is justice for all. That is the hallmark of everything. If you provide justice to people, that is where you will open up your eyes keenly to ensure that public coffers are not misappropriated, to ensure that the people you engage in the public office are transparent, to ensure that if it is 10 billion or 10 million that has been allocated for community function, it reaches to the community, not to any other maybe not to any other destinations like pockets of people and such. As well, you know, there is the issue of ethics. And if you are ethical, there are things you cannot just do because you are serving people from various diverse, and these people have much expectation. They trust you. Remember, a leader is chosen from above by God. So if you go there and present people in an appropriate way, you are going against the will of God.
Okay, this is from Bob Brighton. He say, are we getting another JM Kariuki from Nyandarua who will work for his constituents, or somebody who will follow other leaders for handouts?
Wow. I emulate JM Kariuki so much. And he is one of my, of the people I am inspired by. Let me tell you, this guy used to fight for the justice of the people. He used to fight that we cannot have five billionaires or millionaires. Well, we have millions of people who are languishing in poverty. I mean, it's a matter of justice. And one of the things I like from this guy, he even died because of his, his mission to serve, to just be there for the people. That's why he was killed. So I am a person who believes the spirit of JM Kariuki can be revived in Nyandarua County so that we get back to the track where our things used to be done well, where we used to have good education, where we used to have justice among our people. That's the point I would like to see Kinangopu constituency in from 2022 moving forward.
Okay, thank you. That is very good of you. Another question from the same person is a constitutionally MPs should legislate, oversight, and represent. You have spoken about CDF, which is unconstitutional. Can you tell us about policies and laws which will live even beyond you and I?
Okay, for instance, there is this issue of like equitable distribution of resources in our country. And when you follow what is happening, people are like, we can use the change of the constitution way. But I believe some of these registrations, they can be just spearheaded by a certain legislature. Then you need just to lobby for support. And that's why I'm saying, let us vote for young people who do not have a lot of things in their mind about what happened when. People who are just there to promote justice. And these are the people who will be there to pass like 1 man, 1 shilling, 1 vote thing. Such things, I believe they are very possible if they are done by the goodwill, maybe of people. But we need more young people to do that.
You are saying we vote for young people who don't have much in mind about what happened when, if I heard you very well. Your advocacy for justice, is it only for the right now, or the injustice of the past is also valid?
Justice, if there are those people I know who have various cases in the courts like that, there is past of it. But I believe we should not dwell so much on what happened. But if it is something that was done, maybe and infringed a right of someone, and it has evidence, such things should be rolled out. In a way, I am focusing so much on the future and the present, because this is where we have the issues of technology. Like currently, like 10 years ago, you could do something, and the only witness you could get it's all about maybe a word of mouth, oral evidence. But now look, technology has advanced. We have CCTVs, we have phones, we have such. So if we initiate policies that are in line with the technology, in a way, we shall be able to come up with a Kenya where we shall see a person getting to job in the morning, at what time it is the machine telling you, and the time this person leaves. That kind of surveillance. That is what I'm saying. Let us focus so much in the past, on the past, or not on the past, but in the future.
Thank you very much. There is a comment here by Simeon Orimba. He says, Ombudsman is a link between the people and the judiciary. BBI suggested that the Ombudsman was to be independent body such as JSC. Well, what's your take on that?
Okay, well, you know, this is an office that will introduce supervision among the judicial officers. In a way, I do not intend to say that, you know, it's totally bad, but, you know, it can be misused if the person in power have various intentions to like influence judiciary negatively. So that's why I feel it is not the best thing for now. We need institutions to be independent. Let them do all that they are supposed to do constitutionally. That way we shall be able to solve the problems among our people.
Oh, okay. So you are protecting the judges from the executive, but not the masses from the judiciary. Where do you stand on this? Because the Ombudsman, according to Orimba, when I have gone to court and I've gotten an unjust judgment, I have where to go and complain.
Okay, what I mean is this. Yeah. You know, there are premier cases, and mostly you will find like what happened the other day, where some judicial officers were suspected to have been corrupt like that. They were forced out of the office like that. You see, and also when you check on maybe various verdicts that the judiciary has given to various matters or cases, in a way it is not favoring the executive. So what I mean is this office that we are talking about to introduce, you know, if the office is so loyal to the executive, which I believe it is, in a way it can be influenced to affect the independence of various judgments, because that's where you will find even some maybe some judicial officers are threatened, and in a way there is easy to access the information through the supervisor of the big office, which is the executive. That's where I feel there is a population, and it is not so important as per now.
Okay, thank you very much. There is a strong question here from Gerald Karonga Paul. He says this way. He says, Honorable Mutua, even young people will get old. Does it mean that as a young person, if you join, you will be favoring the young people alone? Now that you seem negative towards older people, how can we trust you with equality with your leadership?
Wow, I am not discriminative when it comes to the issue of age. One thing I will tell Gerard is this. You know, the other day, the years of retirement, they were at 55. These guys have kept on raising the bar. We are now at 60 and such. You know, in a way, it is inculcating the culture of poverty. Why? Because this public officer will not invest early in life when they get these jobs, permanent jobs. And it will encourage this person to remain in a friendly zone, in a reluctant zone, in a comfort zone, such that when 60 is hitting, that is when this person is thinking, well, I'm retiring.
Okay.
Sorry. So when that age is coming in, that's when these people realize, I am retiring. But look, how many young people do not have jobs? Look, how many young people even are not so learned? People who just need leaders who have vision.
Honorable Ndeto, hold on. You in any way insinuating that the reason why the young people don't have a job is because old people are still at work?
On a lighter note, that could be one of the reasons, because I believe when you get a job today, you need to invest. And through your investment, you can be able even to start up a new business that will employ a number of people. And these people you are employing, the business you are starting may not be formal. It may be informal, like we are talking about industrialization. You employ even those young people who are not somewhere, but who have the hands-on skills, so that they can work and the products are sold, they get their income every day, like such. But if we get a culture where people are remaining in office forever, what about myself and another young person who has just finished university and you would like the very same job, and we do not have capitation to start businesses?
My question back on the same issue is that the retirement rate is almost 10% per year, okay? But graduates are coming out in mass out of the university. How do you expect the 10% to accommodate all these masses that we are graduating from our multiplied institution of higher learning all over the country?
We need to go industrialization way. And, you know, in countries like Singapore, countries like China, you will find what really made sense in their economy is industrialization. By industrialization, I mean this. You see, the people I was talking about, to have TVETs, these people are taken through to get some Juakari skills, so that when we go to somewhere like Kamukuji, for instance, the business that goes there is informal. You'll find people making a lot of products. These products are have markets. We need this now, the 10% we are talking about, who can own these companies, who can own these manufacturing industries, to employ all these young people. So if it is potato, for instance, from my place, we need these people to invest in these companies. Let them do potato processing. Let them do vegetable processing, so that we have people getting even casual labors. We have people getting maybe some jobs in the very same companies. That way, the 10% which has money, it will have created a big impact to the bulk 70% of young people who do not have jobs.
Okay.
So in any way,
if that is the case, then the problem in the country is lack of industrialization and not people staying long in office.
But I think what I am saying is people should challenge themselves, Benard. Like myself, right now I'm very young. I just reached that floor the other day. You can imagine if I use the rest of my 30 years working for people, working for just an organization, and I'm not thinking as a learned young man how I can use the knowledge that I have to start my own companies, to start maybe various businesses or projects that can engage more people, because I believe the more learned you are, the also very easy you can get into various government systems, because you have the knowledge. If it is about borrowing money even from banks, you can easily do that because you have a pay cut or a salary receipt. So those are the things I am saying. I am talking about. Let these people invest into businesses such that they can even take early retirement and also have their business running. That is the culture I would also encourage when I become a leader in this nation, so that people may not be reluctant forever.
Okay, that point is well made. And it leaves me to ask you this. When do you plan to retire from politics? Since you don't want to get old into office.
You know, Jesus took only 3 years to transform the whole world. And I can tell you that if this thing is godly, if this thing is God-founded, let me tell you, I may not need a lot of time to bring the change that we need in our systems. We just need to follow the purpose, to be deaf of what people are, those who are opposing you are talking about, but to always include what their outcry is when you are coming to bring up a new strategy. So in a way, maybe I may not even take too long. If people get what we need, it is the magnitude of the problem that will determine how long I will take in the office. I think that's what I can say. But if God willing, we change a lot of things. I mean, we go for other positions or we go for other things which are helping majority people. That is what good leadership is all about.
Okay, thank you. Let's take this one from Lisa. It goes this way. Lisa said, is it best to advocate for young people because you are young, or is it better to strike a balance and make everybody feel useful? I think both the rich and the young deserve equal rights. You have been saying young. Just because you are young doesn't mean you deserve better opportunities than old people. They are all Kenyans, right?
Yes, I think what I would say is this. You know, age comes with wisdom. The wisdom of the old should not be abandoned. The only issue I have with these old people is preservatism. You know, some people, they are old, but they are not mentors. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I can live in a certain office and looking behind, there is no energy. There is no person who I can look for and say, this is the person I trained. Even when I will not be there, I know I have 10 followers. That's what I'm discouraging. We need old people who are productive in the office. Like there is this senator for Muranga, Ilongo Kangata. I usually, and where he is, I greet him so much. And I believe soon we shall meet. You know, I usually like this man so much because he is a mentor. Look what he has done. He started as a councillor for a term. Then from there, he gets to an MP. In the MP office, through CDF, he mentored Dede Nyoro, who used to like to do the CDF projects very well. In a way, people told him, just get to the position of senator, we shall vote for you. He was voted for. Look who he was working with. That is Dede Nyoro. Dede Nyoro was elected as an MP. So this guy is also now going for governor. Do you think there is no one he has mentored to be a senator? I think there is someone he has also mentored to be a senator. That's the kind of leadership I am talking about. We need people who are aging and they are also mentoring upcoming leaders, not people who will just be there in office, take so long, then you wonder when shall we get into the space of leadership.
But as a young and innovative leader, you need to create space. You don't have to wait for somebody to vacate space to occupy.
That is true. And that's why I'm saying what our people are lacking is empowerment. As young people, for instance, you know, like these people, they need skills. These people, they need to be taught how to do some financial, these financial skills, you know, so that they can be able to come up as like a group of young people or a group of women. Then they can even go and get the women fund we are talking about. They can go get the youth fund we are talking about. That way, through the small income generating activity they are doing, if it is car washing, for instance, they can be able to purchase a small machine, washing machine. They can be, if it is women, they can be able to start a chicken project. That way, through that startup, they will keep growing and expanding to an extent that they will not need maybe so much reinforcement from other people.
Okay, thank you very much. We are really running short of time, and would love you to take the next 2-3 minutes to appeal to the people of Kinangopu and tell them why they must vote for you in 2022, and what else you want them to hear.
Okay, thank you so much. One, people of Kinangopu, I love you so much. And, you know, you have taken me to school. I am well learned. I have also have chance to get into the organization space. I know how management works. I have the skills that this position of member of parliament requires. What I would require is only you to vote. And you know, today I was just checking how far the people of Kinangopu are registering and Nyandarua at PA. We are doing it raw. Let us do mass registration at this time of the voter so that come next year, we shall not have any issue. As well, I'm a man of integrity. And if you give me, I'm a person who will never like sitawahi kukubagua. Ukikuja kwa ofisi, mimi ni mtu mwenye nitakuchukulia venye uko. I have dealt with watu maskini kwa slums. Hizi unasikianga za Kibra. I've worked with organizations that are dealing with such people. Pia nimefanya na watu wako na pesa. So mimi ni mtu pia nimefanya na watu kutoka religion tofauti. I know there are those people.
Okay, our viewers, it seems our guest has technical hitch. Let's give him a moment. I think he'll be back. For the rest of you, thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for your questions. I believe you are receiving required answers. But more than that, please let's subscribe. Let's keep sharing and inviting many people to join. We'll be coming shortly to a close of this show. Then thereafter, we'll have another show. So stay with Mtembei TV. There is much more coming your way. I just want to announce that if you are an aspirant, whether an MCA, a governor, a senator, an MP, a women rep, you have ambition to get into politics and you want to talk to your constituents through this channel, please inbox your details and we'll get back to you so that we arrange for you a show where you can showcase what you are made of in terms of leadership and how you plan to make Kenya make strides ahead. Honorable Ndeto, Sorry
Yes.
for the technical hitch. It's like your network today was not favorable, but you can conclude your sentence so that we close the show.
Okay, thank you so much. So I was saying that people of Kinangopu, I am here seeking for your vote come 2022 as your next MP. You know, I know of the 8 wards. That is Nyakio, then there is Magumu, Gedafai, there is Engineer, there is Morongaro, there is Gadara, North Kinangopu. All these words, I know that we have a common denominator. This common denominator is similar levels of needs. So like I have said, if it is the issue of electricity, if it is the issue of education of your children, I am one man who will really prioritize. Now, if it is the issue of even industrialization, I will still propel that to the letter. Also, there are other things we can also link up or collaborate with other leaders of the county so that we ensure there is that healthy kind of environment, because you might lose a bursary of CDF, but governor is giving a bursary. So we can really try and
Okay, sorry for that. And we are coming to the close of the show. We really want to appreciate all of you for making time to listen out for our Aspirants show that will be coming on this Mtembei TV. So stick by, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our shows. Just the parting shot here from Gerald, he says, I think the people of Kinangopu should give you the opportunity to lead. But first, you should change the excessive advocacy for young people that makes you look biased on age basis. I don't know how you can respond to that, but I would just urge you, there are so many comments on many advices and applause in the comments. So you will take time to go through and respond appropriately, even as we come to the close of the show. So please, in the next 2 seconds or 3, your parting shot, please.
Okay, sorry. So I would like to tell that viewer that, you know, I'm not discriminative. It is only, I said, 70% of population in my place are young people. So meaning more energy should be given towards this group because it is the productive group. Majority of our parents are relying on us. You understand? So if today as a young person, I do not have that good contribution to even where I come from to my parents, in a way they will cripple in problems or in poverty. So that's why I'm saying if we can empower the active population, which is 70% young people, they will even be able to help their parents who are advanced in age, but I do not have any discrimination to young people.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Member. This is a quick one. I come from Kinangopu. I want to know what you have done as far in terms of community development. Mos Mwangi.
Okay, community development, we have an initiative of young people where we are majoring on distributing learning resources to young girls and young boys in secondary and primary schools. And in this platform, I would also request that those people who are capable, those people who may have the will to provide us even with, if it is a certain company that deals with printing papers, for instance, because that's what we mostly run deficit of. I am humbly asking, you can just reach me so that we be able.
Sorry, there is a technical hitch again, but
yes, may I finish that
please
point?
conclude right away. If you are free to share your contact, please share so that those people that are looking for you, either how do they find you on Facebook or on the social media platform, so that they can continue interrogating you with more questions.
Okay, thank you so much. So as I was saying, there is this young initiative that I am rolling in Kinangopu, where I'm focusing on giving all these public sector.
We are saying
yes.
we are already past time. I want you just to share your social media handles so that the people on the channel will follow you up and you respond. Like after we finish, you go to the YouTube and respond specifically to those questions with the details that you want to provide.
Okay, thank you so much. My Facebook account is Mutua Ndeto. That is where you can get me. My WhatsApp number is 0715 384 027. I think those are the most convenient platforms where you can find me, so that we really chat on the next turn. And if you have maybe any support, you can also reach me through the same. As well, if you are willing to collaborate with me so that to bring Kinangopu to a next level, you can as well let me know through those social media platforms, so that we take Kinangopu to the other level. I don't know if Benard, you can embed the number on the screen.
Your number once again, plus
0715
0715
384
027.
027. Yes, people can reach me through that number on WhatsApp, so that we can really discuss further.
Okay. So that is showing with Mutembei TV, but you can reach Honorable Mutua on that number 015 384 027 on WhatsApp, and you chat further. I really want to appreciate all of you that made time to follow us on this show. This is a new show that will be going on this particular channel. If you are an aspirant, you are in politics, you want to speak to your constituents, please get in touch with us. You can inbox your details and we'll be able to arrange for you a show. I want to appreciate Honorable Mutua for choosing Mutembei TV to be a platform that you can use to reach your constituents. I believe you had a great time with us. I will look forward to having another moment with you in another show. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa.
Asante sana. Asante sana. And people of Kinangopu, I greet you. Nitakuja kwa ground, hata nimekuja sana, nimetembea kwa many places, na wenye hatujapatana, just know that I am coming, and I know very soon we shall be able to lay down even our thoughts together, so that we see what is it that we need for a better Kinangopu.
Thank you very much, all of you. I salute all of you that made time to join us. I trust you have had a great time. Let's do this again. Keep at Mutembei TV. See you in the next show. My name is Benard Ingosi.